Let's check out the ninja thing.
Yeah, let's check out the ninja thing, because I feel like we might get heated.
A couple of years ago, when he said, I don't want to stream with females. They decided to bring that up again, like years later. Literally that same clip. It's so pathetic.
So the streamer Ninja, who has a very big platform, 23.8 million subscribers, is in some hot water. Now, the reason that he's in hot water
for the same thing
is because of his take on the Chris Tyson situation, which I plan on breaking down Saturday on my weekly live stream.
Oh, you said something.
More stuff keeps coming out every day. So
okay,
I'm just going to live stream about that on Saturday. I think that's the best way to cover this situation. But he gave his take on it. And like Mr. Beast, I think it's pretty fair to say that he has a audience that's primarily probably made up of kids. I'm not saying they all are. But, I mean, he plays a lot of Fortnite, stuff like that.
Well, to be fair, the kids that started off playing Fortnite, they also grew up.
Yeah.
Some moved on from Fortnite. There's a lot of like young adults that play Fortnite now because they grew up with Fortnite.
The audience for that is kids. And because of that, he's got to keep a certain image up. And he doesn't want to get in trouble. So to avoid getting in trouble, he came out and said, well, I'm assuming this is from one of his streams and somebody asked him about it. And he gave this answer on why he is never alone in a room with another woman. And he's getting shit for this. And I got to say, I don't think...
Also, people need to put it into consideration. His immediate circle would be content creators or people in contact with content creators. With the way everything was going, like with false allegations and whatnot, it's a landmine you want to avoid.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame him.
I don't either. With a lot of people doing fake stuff, what he did is a smart choice.
Look at what Sniper Wolf did with that. What was he? Was he a CSGO player? I don't remember. I remember he was in FaZe. She made false allegations that he was trying to cheat on his girlfriend with her. Look at what happened to Wednesday. Your princess completely like made up the whole rumor. I feel like by this point, like, men are just honestly afraid of women and being alone with women. At least when you get to that 1% in content creation.
He said anything wrong here. In fact, you know, in the height of the Me Too stuff, this is actually probably the best way to go about things. But let me play this clip that everyone's complaining about.
Like, I don't tell you, I don't do that. I go out of my way to make sure that I am never even alone in another room with a woman ever in any moment. Like, even like my my PR person, like, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if they work for me, whatever, bro. There is someone else in that room at all times. If we're alone, I leave instantly. That's on like fidelity, right? As for anything else, dude, it just, I don't DM anyone, bro. I DM my boys. Like, I DM like guys in the community. No, there's no private messages going on with any girls. If there are, it's like someone like Chica, or like, you know, just like people in the space. And then I let my wife know. And then as for like people that I know, bro, if I don't know you, I'm not DMing you. I don't want to get to know you, dude. I don't want to find.
Literally, that is the most healthiest attitude.
Yeah, that's to me that seems pretty healthy. He seems like he's happy, he's chilling. He don't want no problem.
I don't know, why are people making it a big deal? Like, it's not like he literally just said, it's not like he's like hiding from them. If they're in the same space, he does talk to them, but he doesn't hide it. Why is that a big deal? Like, let the man live. Like, who is he harming? Are you salty that he's not gonna boost your with numbers or something?
Find out you're only 17. Like, Like, I don't tell you, I don't do that. I go out of my way to make sure
there's
that
the
I
clip.
am never.
And I really don't see what the big deal is. If he doesn't want to talk to somebody, that's his business. Why does he have to talk to women?
Yeah.
And the only people I see getting upset about this are, of course, women. Big influencers and journalists who get mad because, I mean, let's face it, this pretty much cuts them off from being able.
I swear to God, if one of the people who's saying shit is Alyssa, I'm getting up and leaving.
Yeah.
Interact with him and get some of his clout, which is what they want in general. The biggest ones getting upset are exactly the kinds of people that he's right about that you wouldn't want to be in a DM with.
Sounds about right.
Like Kotaku writer, editor Alyssa Mercant.
I'm done. I'm out. Was a
time
good
to head
stream.
out.
I'm out. I swear to God, I knew it was gonna be her. Okay. I'm good.
Oh my god, your model's like, ugh.
I'm good. Okay.
And GameSpot editor Jessica Cogswell. I definitely would not want to have any private I would not even want to be in a room alone with them.
Look, if any of them ever is in the room with you, just leave. Just leave the country.
Yeah.
Uninstall
Yep.
all of the internet you have. Just live in a cave.
Because you just sit down and watch TV and then come out and say something happened because they're insane. Especially Alyssa Mercanti, who is an extreme liar, hardcore SJW feminist. She lives and breathes cancel culture.
Of course she does.
Now, the other one I don't know too much about, but she's a GameSpot editor, so I'm going to just assume she's the worst kind of person because those people are pretty much the best examples of why journalism is in the state it is and why nobody trusts journalists.
Mm-hmm.
But this is from Grums. It says, at Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercanti and at GameSpot editor Jessica Cogswell go after Ninja for saying he will not be alone in a room with another woman. Look, ladies, the two of you are the height of Me Too and believe hysteria. Nobody should ever be in a room alone with either of you. And I have to agree with Grums here. So this is what she had to say.
Of course.
He
Bro,
said this forever
why?
ago, and I'll just repeat what I said then. This line of thinking is so deeply misogynistic. You do you, I guess.
Ow.
You are admitting that you see a woman's presence as inherently sexual. You are directly contributing to the gaming industry remaining a boys' club. As much money as this dude, if I had as much fame and influence and said, I don't work with men and won't be in the same room as one, the backlash would be astounding.
He's doing the
Or he blocked
voice.
one person who retweeted and essentially said maybe he just doesn't want women to make stuff up and take control of the narrative like you're already doing, thus proving his point.
Yo,
because
let
I
him
have
cook.
zero desire
Why
to
you
be
block
with
him?
anyone
Let him
involving
cook.
And people who hate women. It has nothing to do with hating women. I don't think he hates women. He just doesn't want to get in trouble because of liars that have ruined it for a lot of people, like Amber Heard, for example.
Oh my God.
She is the
Oh,
face
boy.
of lies.
Like, I'm like, every day I'm trying to forget about Amber Heard completely. And every day I'm reminded of her. And every day I'm questioning why.
Lying.
She's a horrible
And there's
person.
stories out there of just crazy shit. There's a guy who, this is the wildest story. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here it is. So this is an old story. This is from 2019.
Woman said man who stopped to help her when car broke down assaulted her and ruined his life. It was all a lie.
Bro.
I just want to point that out. This didn't happen yesterday. But I still think that it applies to this situation. A woman who had a car problem, was broke down, couldn't go anywhere, so a Good Samaritan stopped, tried to help, and for some reason, she tried to say that he did some horrible things to her, ruined his life,
What the fuck?
and then walked
Bro.
it back. Well, I don't remember if she admitted that it was a lie or what, but he didn't do any of that, and he had his life ruined.
Yeah,
For-
like, the 36-year-old said he'll probably never help again. I don't want that to happen again. Like,
Yep.
this is the kind of world it's becoming because of people like that.
for what? Helping somebody? I mean, listen to what he has to say here. I always help people all my life, he said, and this was the first time a snake bit me. The 36-year-old said he'll probably never help again. You know, I don't want that to happen again.
Yep.
Just stops to help somebody, and this
Jeez.
woman says that he did awful things to her. Why would you do that? Well, this gets her some attention in the media, doesn't it? Gets a little clout. Sad. So I don't blame people when
Very
they come
sad.
to this kind of a decision, because they're kind of right. It avoids problems. It avoids problems. So here's the next one from Alyssa Mercanti,
Of course.
senior editor over
Oh,
at
boy.
GameStop. Or not GameStop.
I would walk out again, but I'm just sleepy for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Kotaku. It's tough. You know, you get failing businesses mixed up. This is why gamers are not okay. A misogynistic culture that continues to demonize women and folks while glorifying mediocre for outright problematic straight white men.
Where
What?
did she get that? What kind of Olympic jumper do you have to
Wait.
be to jump to that conclusion?
He literally said fidelity in the clip,
Yeah,
which means like faithful to his wife.
yeah.
Like, I don't understand this.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's the going-ons with all of this. The media's kind of covering it. Here's one from Game Rant. There's only two. I'm surprised there's not more articles on this smearing him for this, to be honest. Because all of these websites like Game Rant and Kotaku and Polygon, like they just pretty much exist to flame everything and burn everything down, because that's how they've made they've made it their bread and butter forever.
So bad.
So
Extremely bad.
here's one of the headlines down here. Ninja avoids being alone with a woman to protect his marriage and avoid potential drama or clickbait content in his streaming career. Like, he's right. This will help him not get in any trouble. I don't understand the problem here, but
Yeah.
it's for the reasons
I
I
don't-
said. There's a
I
lot
don't
of
see
people
the
that are gonna miss
problem
out on
here.
cloud for that. And the loudest ones about it are probably the ones that you don't want to be in.
Well, for example, you guys won't see us collabing with anyone.
Yeah, we won't be collabing with anyone.
So I guess we're sexist towards men and women.
I guess so.
DMs with, like the two game journalists I highlighted before. His comments sparked controversy, as some viewed them as misogynistic, implying women might tempt men if alone in a room. So, I don't think those two women I highlighted would tempt anybody, to be honest. It's the fact that you could probably just sit in there and watch TV and say nothing, and then you're going to get arrested later because they fabricate some bullshit. Just like AH.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's pretty
This
much
is
it.
sad.
I just thought this was interesting.
This is really sad. And honestly, I'm gonna end this part with just saying that they're so desperate to get anyone on their side and getting clicks and outrage and reactions from people.
It's crazy.
But at this point, they honestly, that's all they're doing. They're hate baiting.